Guys, Jimmy Kimmel Live is coming back tomorrow after what ended up being a very short suspension. The pressure didn't just come from viewers. A lot of actors and actresses who work with Disney publicly cut off their own showings and viewings to make a point. That kind of boycott matters because it shows the network that silencing one voice, well, that's just going to backfire even harder. So now Kimmel is back, and the people who pushed for him to return will be extremely happy to see him, including myself.
Okay, Disney's bringing back Jimmy Kimmel because of their actions. Do not resubscribe. Do not get your Disney Plus back. They need to learn the repercussions. They can't just give us back what we wanted and think it's all going to be okay.
So Disney reversed their decision and they are bringing back Jimmy Kimmel because why? What was the reason? Because of the boycotts. Boycotts work. That is the reason why they brought him back. They don't give a fuck about the First Amendment. I say it all the time. Corporations, tech billionaires, they have no loyalty to this country. All they care about is money, so you have to speak their language. You should care about the First Amendment, though, because without it, you don't have any other rights. And I know a lot of you didn't start paying attention to this until a white famous guy got taken off, but they've been assaulting our First Amendment. That's what those college campus crackdowns were for. That's the reason why they're making sure TikTok is being taken over by right-wing Zionist billionaires. We need to ensure that Beijing can't control what we see, but Tel Aviv can. So good job, everybody. It worked. But you should keep boycotting Disney because they are on the BDS list. There is still an active genocide happening right now with your money in Gaza. And speaking of the BDS list, if you're an American, you should be asking your lawmakers why they were just in Israel being told by their lawmakers to ban our speech in our states. That's right, folks. Your lawmakers just went to Israel so they could get told to ban BDS across the U.S. So I'm gonna need you to wake up and care about that too. That is also a violation of the First Amendment. I made this video a couple days ago when he was still off the air, and it's so relevant, so I'm gonna attach it here. Okay, so the energy that you brought to Disney, we're seeing fucking mass cancellations of Disney Plus, people's fucking Disney cruises. This is the energy, folks, okay? Now, I really wish that you would have done all this canceling of Disney as we've been asking you to for 2 years because they are on the BDS list and there's a genocide happening in Gaza. But you know what? Glad you're here. This is also a good reason to do it because there is an assault on free speech and our First Amendment in this country. And if we don't have that, we have nothing. Like, for those of you short-sighted folks that keep being like, oh, it wasn't that big of a deal. It's not that deep. They have a right. The government, the FCC chick, threatened them. That is quite literally a violation of the First Amendment. What about when Roseanne got canceled? That wasn't the government. I also need some of you to do a system update on your mental computer because this isn't the Reagan administration, okay? The degree to which the government has been captured and infiltrated by the elite class, billionaires and the corporations is oligarchy. That's what we're living with. Some of you need to understand that your rights don't get taken away all at once. They are precedents that get set. Censorship is already out of control in this country, and this was just the latest escalation. It is a reminder of the power of organizing and what can actually be accomplished if people actually come together to do so. And boycotts are one of the most effective ways to hold people and companies accountable because all they care about is money. Like, I need you guys to remember that. We live in a capitalist, late-stage empire hellscape that is crumbling before our eyes. The only thing, let me repeat, the only thing that any of these people in power care about is money. Boycott them for firing Jimmy Kimmel, great, but also you should be boycotting them anyway because they're complicit in the Palestinian genocide. Free Palestine, fuck Disney.
I'm pretty sure that y'all have seen that Jimmy Kimmel got his show back. I'm just going to let y'all know if they did it once, they will do it again. They will definitely do something like that again. A lot of people are saying that they're going to keep their subscriptions canceled. I am too. I'm not resubscribing to that one because $20 a month is crazy. I'm not trying to hear that whole inflation thing. I'm not trying to hear that because when this whole inflation thing is over and when prices get a little bit more stable, they're not going to lower their prices. They're not going to go back to what the prices used to be. They're going to keep their prices as high as they are now, probably even increase them because they don't want to give up their money for their shareholders. They never want to. And they're going to try to get as much money as they can. I'm not resubscribing to that. I don't care if you got his show back. It's the principle. It's the fact that y'all were willing to do that anyway. Also, it's not really worth it when I think about it. It's not worth it. But we're just going to sit back and wait. They're definitely going to try this again. But I personally believe it had nothing to do with the conversation that they had with Jimmy Kimmel. It had everything to do with them losing $4 billion and their stock dropping. Because the only thing they seem to understand is money. I also have to add this in. They were not just affecting Jimmy Kimmel. They were affecting hundreds of people losing their jobs. And they were content with that. I'm not resubscribing.
Jimmy Kimmel's show is going to be airing on Tuesday. Disney folded, but that does not mean it's going to be on your screen specifically. So let me explain it. So Disney and Jimmy have been in talks all weekend, and they said that they come to the conclusion that they are over it. They're going to give him the show back. They also have been reported to have lost about $3 billion in revenue over the weekend with people unsubscribing, people canceling trips, all in the bad press. It just wasn't worth it. It was the topic of the weekend, and they didn't want any smoke. Now, there are two other parties, and when it comes to this deal, there is Sinclair, there is Nexstar. They run the local channel. So ABC can put Jimmy Kimmel on, but these two need to pick up that show, and they can decide not to. They both said that they were going to air Charlie Kirk's funeral, and they both didn't do that. So you don't really know what to expect, but there is some background information I want to give you so that you can kind of see all the inner workings of what's happening. So Disney has a deal that's on the table that they would require the FCC's approval, and that is with a network called Fubo. They require the FCC to sign off on that. So they're putting that at risk when they took on Jimmy. So whatever that deal is, they feel like Jimmy Kimmel, the backlash that he wasn't worth it. So that's sort of how they weighed it out. Now, when it comes to Nexstar, they have a deal to buy Tegna, another network conglomerate that they want to buy for $6.2 billion. That requires the FCC approval. It also gets them really, really close to a market cap, and they would also like to change the market cap as well. The same is with Sinclair. Sinclair doesn't have any deals on the table, but they also would like a change to the market cap and a change to some rules that the FCC has. They've been outspoken about Jimmy Kimmel. They demanded that he apologize and donate money to the family and donate money to his nonprofit. And so it's going to be a game of chicken, and ABC put the ball in their hand and said, what you going to do? You going to show the show or not? Also, you understand that ABC owns Hulu. They could just have it streaming. I'm sure that's probably where they get majority of their views. When I watch Jimmy Kimmel, I just watch it on YouTube and I just watch the monologue. I don't really care for the interview unless it's really, really good. So we all know that that's sort of the modern way things are going. But it looks like Disney folded and the protest worked. Also, Turning Points USA, Charlie Kirk's nonprofit, is pushing for Nexstar and Sinclair not to pick up that show. So we will see on Tuesday how this goes. But I can't imagine they don't, because those ratings are going to be through the roof.
Finally, Jimmy Kimmel Live is back on ABC. That's after the pressure people have mounted onto ABC saying we want the show back because of the First Amendment, which gives everyone free speech as their right. Yes, it is happening, and they have reinstated the show. What is really going to happen? People assume that it's going to be of higher ratings, as people will be waiting to watch what Jimmy's reactions will be and see whether he will be apologizing or not, because they say one of the agreements where Jimmy is supposed to apologize for whatever he said. He's supposed to apologize to Trump. He's supposed to apologize to the entire America and the world that watches these shows. Well, I think Disney did not reinstate the show because they wanted the show. I think it's because of the impact of the people that have been fighting, people that have been canceling. Like, billions have been lost. People have cancelled their parties. People have cancelled a lot. What is really going to happen? Let's wait and see how the ratings of the show are going to be tonight and how much money it will make. But I hope it will make more, it will have more people streaming, it will have more people coming back, more subscriptions. Hopefully, these people of Disney are going to be getting their money again. Let's wait and see. But there are people that have insisted they won't be subscribing to any of their services. In fact, they've blocked each and every services that is affiliated to Disney because they think these people are oppressing Americans by not allowing everyone to express themselves. Let's wait and see what will really happen. This was supposed to be about a loss of about about $10 billion had it gone on. Had it gone on for almost a month, I think they will have lost a lot of money because the show, people love it. It's a comedy show that gives them like just some laughter, and it has them reignited. If it wasn't going to be brought again, I guess a lot was going to happen. More losses were going to happen. We are going to be seeing what other people are saying about this, what they're talking about the apology, what they're talking about reinstating the Jimmy Kimmel live show and what other people are saying. There are people that have said, we ain't gonna subscribe to any of your services. Let's wait and see. Remember to like this video. All the creators in the videos own the rights to whatever they said. It's not my words. Thank you.
You see what happens when we stand together? Jimmy Kimmel is being reinstated into his show, and that's because of y'all resisting. Canceling your memberships and saying absolutely not was the way to go, because ABC and Disney lost billions of dollars. That just goes to show you, when you talk with your money, shit starts to move. Now just imagine if we did that for everything we wanted. Imagine if we all said, nah, we're not shopping at all. Imagine if we decided, let's shut this whole thing down until we get what we want. President getting on the TV saying he hates you? Shut it down. Republicans saying they're taking away health care? Shut it down. Cuts to the underprivileged? Shut it down. No increases on minimum wage? Shut this bitch down. It's becoming more clear every day. The way to get your way is to shut it down. Money talks, bullshit runs a marathon, and I'm not here to race.
Jimmy Kimmel will be back on air tomorrow, so let's go over some things that I've learned during this whole thing. Number one, censorship is here and has been here for a while, and this administration will not let this go, and Trump is about to go off and say some crazy things about la la la. This is just the beginning. Number two, not only do boycotts work, but they definitely work when you have people of power joining them. All these celebrities that spoke up, you know you can do more on different topics. Look what happened. Number three, tomorrow will probably be the highest ratings Jimmy Kimmel or maybe in any late night show will have, because I know I'm watching. Some of you will wonder if you should re-download your Disney Plus or Hulu app, and I'm not going to tell you what to do. That's up to you. We are definitely going to look back at this time in years and maybe months later and go, how silly, how stupid that everything was, and how the First Amendment apparently only applies to certain other people. Not lost on me that it had to be Jimmy Kimmel, a white man, in a position of power for us to actually make some change. So again, you know, if you're in a position of power, especially if you're not a minority, you know how much you can affect the system and you can make change, and you should be doing it. And the last is the same way we all rallied around Jimmy Kimmel because we knew it was wrong. We need to do that for other marginalized people, countries, and movements.
Disney, let this be a lesson to you that we, the people, are only loyal to the situation. The moment you turn on us, we all turn on you. Firing Jimmy Kimmel was wrong. Remember, loyalty goes both ways. When DeSantis was trying to take over Disney and taking you back and forth to court, we had your back. All those same subscriptions and trips and cruises and vacations that we were booking and subscribing to, we had your back. But how soon you forget. And we the people can show you. And you should have asked Target. Because when we pull our dollars, you will feel it in your pocket. Now you done lost billions of dollars in revenue because you underestimated the power of the people and the power of our dollars. Just know, our loyalty ain't to nothing but the situation at hand. Just because we supported you before, don't mean that we loyal to you. Because as you see, we will jump ship in a heartbeat. As far as we concerned, if you okay with us losing our rights, then we okay with you losing our business. You betray people, don't expect them to stand with you. Because as far as we concerned, this one was a bad move. So Disney, don't think we're going to be quiet about this one. We're going to keep talking about it. We're going to keep posting about it. We're going to keep encouraging others to cancel their subscriptions. And we standing together on this one. So you picked your battles, and we picked ours. Don't forget, we are the audience to help pay your bills, and we're all Team Jimmy. Y'all like, share, comment, and repost.
All right, Trumpers, come and get me. Hey, listen, Jimmy Kimmel is coming back. I guess Donald Trump didn't win after all, and I definitely appreciate all my Democratic friends out there boycotting Disney and boycotting Hulu. I guess that woke Disney up, which it should have, to bring him back and not let the Trump administration think they can do whatever they can. I mean, how do you feel if you're Donald Trump sitting up there talking all this shit on Air Force One and all this shit about Jimmy Kimmel, and now you failed again? You lost because the American people stood up and said, hey, this is not okay. This is not all right. And they boycotted Disney. They boycotted Hulu. They boycotted going to Disney. Multiple people wrote in about it. And listen, Trump ain't all he thinks he is. He's a loser. He's a failure. He'll go down as the worstest president in history. I'm sorry that you voted for him. If you're a MAGA listening to this, I'm sorry that you did. I'm sorry you fell into that trap. But listen, America will always beat Donald Trump. And by Jimmy Kimmel coming back to his late night show, that just goes to show you how much we can beat the Trump administration. And we actually still do have a voice. And the Trump administration is going to go down as the worstest president in history by far. MAGAs, see ya.
Damn, Disney. Just last week you was the man, Disney. What the fuck happened to you? Disney done lost $3.8 billion since we've been boycotting their ass. That's almost $4 billion in market value that Disney done lost. And that's just the beginning. That was overnight. I believe that was 24 hours. So I don't even know where they at now. Y'all keep it up and we gonna have the whole Mickey Mouse Club out here signing up for unemployment. Y'all might got goofy, but we fucking hilarious when it comes to our freedom of speech. Who's laughing now? The boycott is working. So if you ain't canceled your subscription yet, please do, because our free speech is more important than any of this fucking entertainment bullshit. We even got celebrities that are calling to boycott Disney, even boycotting their own movie premieres. Over 400 celebrities have signed a letter for Jimmy Kimmel in protest against him getting canceled, letting them know it's wrong to be using the government to silence him. People is not playing about their free speech. Motherfuckers is canceling their subscription so fast that the website crashed. Yeah, people couldn't actually cancel their subscription. There's probably still people who can't cancel because they done crashed the damn website. If you haven't checked, go ahead and cancel your subscription, because we not fucking with Disney. So that includes Fox, Hulu, Pixar, Marvel, ESPN. We not fucking with none of them. Y'all should have consulted with Target before y'all decided to make that stupid ass decision.
So Jimmy Kimmel got his show back. He'll be on TV tomorrow night, okay? Now the thing is, I'm not backing out of this Disney Hulu boycott because I don't know what Disney got up their sleeve. They did make this statement though. They said last Wednesday they decided to suspend the show to avoid further inflaming a tense situation at an emotional time for the country. I'm sorry, but there are a lot of people that didn't care. And them and Jimmy sat down and had a conversation. Now, I'm going to say this, Disney. If Jimmy has to apologize or donate money, baby, the boycott will still go on. And at this point, fuck it. You don't need Hulu or Disney. You want to know why? That shit's way too fucking expensive. But Fox News is pissed off. And you know Frumpy is pissed off. And oh fucking well, he didn't even really say anything to offend CK. He was offending Frumpy. Frumpy was the one that sat on the White House lawn, and when he was asked how he was dealing with CK's unaliving, he said, I'm doing great. But do you see that big, beautiful ballroom that's being built in the construction? Yeah, that is great. I ain't never seen such a sensitive president, like for real. Hey, but what do I know? Y'all don't listen to black women anyways.
Well, my friends, we did it. Jimmy Kimmel is back this week. What have we learned here? If you ever feel like you're $10.99 or $20.99 a month, it doesn't matter to these companies, you're wrong. And now that we've moved into a political environment that is primarily controlled by a very small group of people, we're talking less than 100 billionaires and multinational companies that are run by families and or just CEOs that are some of the richest people in the world. This is proof that we are not too far gone in this country. We actually do still have power. And so one of the things that I'm taking, this is a pretty dramatic action for me, is I'm changing my voter registration from a Democrat to an independent. It might seem small because I'm most likely still going to always vote Democratic or with the Democrats, but it is a signal. It is a transition. So that's one action that I'm taking. What actions are you thinking about taking?
Disney is begging people back. It is estimated that they lost around $3 billion since they dropped Jimmy Kimmel. People have canceled their Disney trips, their Disney subscriptions. People who had like $150,000 like whole wedding with Disney have canceled. I've seen so many people cancel everything with Disney that they lost so much money that this happened. They're reinstating Jimmy Kimmel for tomorrow back with his show. But it's like, this is only going to fuel more fire. It's like, I don't know what they were thinking, but at the end of the day, guys, capitalism, you know what I mean? Disney adults really pulled through. I'll just say that.
All right, guys, we did it. Disney is putting Kimmel back on the air starting tomorrow night. Do not kid yourself. The tremendous pressure that we, as a community, as all of us being activists and speaking out, is the reason that he's getting put back on air. I am sure there is going to be fallout from this administration and a lot of whining and complaining, but this is really good news. I look forward. I hope we should all be watching his show live so that we support the fact that they're putting him back on. And this is good news. It means that there is still power in our numbers, and there is still power in us speaking out and using our dollars to do so. So great job. What's next? What are we going to do next? We got this.
Because America had such an uproar, people. Disney was getting so many unsubscribers. People were cutting their subscriptions off. Hulu subscriptions, it was all zilch, out of here, gone because of the Jimmy Kimmel shit. Because that was wrong, that we could speak our First Amendment, which is freedom of speech. Jimmy did not really say anything wrong. I did not feel like enough to get fired. Not saying everybody's like, well, it has consequences. No, he did not say nothing bad, in my opinion. Not to the stance to get fired. Okay? But you see they gave him his show back. Absolutely. Good. Best thing for you to do, Disney. Disney said, we love you, Trump, but we ain't trying to lose that money. Felt that.
The Walt Disney Company owes Jimmy Kimmel and really the American people a serious apology. An apology for going after free speech. An apology for kicking a talk show host off the air for simply criticizing the President of the United States. And his criticisms were mild at best. Jimmy Kimmel was fired for doing nothing different than what he does every night in his show. He jokes about everything. He jokes about Donald Trump, and his jokes are not controversial. But Disney and ABC, they know that Donald Trump is trying to control the media, and they want to appease Donald Trump, so they fired Jimmy Kimmel. They told us everything we need to know about their respect for our Constitution, their respect for free speech. They would rather value profit and Donald Trump's support over what the American people want, which is talk show hosts to be able to say what they really feel. And by the way, Disney bringing Jimmy Kimmel back has nothing to do with their respect for Jimmy Kimmel. It has everything to do with them losing tons of money because we, the American people, made it clear that we were not going to buy ABC and Disney products anymore. Boycotts were growing. Disney's stock was plummeting. So they deserve to apologize right now. And what I really mean is Jimmy Kimmel, he's owed an apology from Disney. We, the American people, we deserve an apology.
Hi, everybody. This is Carlos with American Opposition. Just want to take a moment to celebrate the fact that we just kicked Donald Trump's ass. Disney has caved. Jimmy Kimmel is going to be back on the air. But most importantly, we just stood up for the First Amendment, and we just showed that the American people are far more powerful than Donald Trump. Really proud of everybody who participated in this effort, and really proud that Jimmy is going to be back on the air, saying what he wants, speaking his truth, and reminding us that comedy is one of the most powerful tools we have against tyranny. Thank you, everybody, for showing up, and let's keep it going. Let's boycott more companies. Let's protest. Let's put direct action right in the faces of every single one of these bastards, and let's remind them that the power is with the people. Thank you all. Bye-bye.
I'm at Target, which is weird, but it has the closest Minute Clinic to my house, and I have the plague, so here we are. I've probably spent less than $100 at Target this year, which is how I knew that it would be easy for me to cancel my Hulu and Disney Plus bundle. Deciding not to shop at Target was actually kind of a hard decision. It's a huge part of our economy here in Minnesota. It's really convenient. They've got great stuff. It made my life easier. It was not an easy decision. But after just a couple of months, I got into a rhythm. I was shopping more locally. I was supporting smaller businesses. It's actually been working out fine. And I made that decision all because I didn't like that they pulled back on their diversity initiatives. So after Disney cut Kimmel, I cut Disney. If I'm willing to cut a business out because I didn't like that they pulled back on diversity initiatives, imagine what I'm going to do when you start treading on my First Amendment rights. It is a slippery slope. Now, out of the goodness of their hearts, Disney has reinstated Jimmy Kimmel. I'm just kidding. They lost billions of dollars in valuation, so then they put Kimmel back on the air. Billions. Not millions. Now, we'll see how this all plays out. Let's see what Jimmy Kimmel has to say. Let's see what Disney has to say. I'm not making any foregone assumptions that I'm never going to support Disney again, but I did need to speak up with my loudest voice, which is my wallet. But while we're on the topic, I have some feedback for the folks at Hulu. After I canceled my bundle, this is the message that I got. We'll miss ya, Emmeline Childs. It's giving smell ya later. It's giving don't let the door hit you on the way out. Whoever's in charge of your messaging, I just want to say that a simple thank you for your business, we're here if you ever want to sign up again, could go a long way. In the meantime, I will be watching clips of Dancing with the Stars on TikTok.
The happiest place on earth? Not so much anymore, and that's thanks to us. So since Jimmy Kimmel's suspension, Disney's market value has dipped by billions almost overnight. And that tells us something, right? Because these companies only have power because we keep paying them, and the minute we pull back, they feel it. We don't need all the subscriptions they keep trying to sell us. There's the excellent PBS Passport, and you can support PBS. Very worthy cost at only $5 monthly, and apps with so much content like Canopy and Hoopla, which you can get through your library. And if you have Roku, you can find free movies there as well. Okay, I get it. There are commercials, but that's okay. Get up, stretch, go annoy someone. Maybe this is the reminder that instant gratification isn't always necessary. We don't need Amazon, Hulu, ESPN, ABC, Paramount Plus. Drop them and you could save up to $500 a year. Maybe it's time we just stepped outside to lay in the grass, look at the sky, because we think we can't do without all of this, but actually we can. And also, I will not be downloading the new application for this app, so please find me on my subscription-free Substack. You're all pretty amazing. You know that?
I just seen that Disney Plus lost 3 to 4 billion in amount of 3 to 4 days because people has canceled their subscriptions, trips, time capsules, anything that you can think of that had Disney Plus connected to it, they canceled it. Okay. And so I did see this morning that I guess people from Disney are there like apologizing, saying they didn't, whatever it is, I guess to get people to come back. But a lot of people are like, no, we're done, we're finished, because of course the Jimmy Kimmel situation. But then, see, because how my mind works, I was okay, they lost 3 to 4 billion, but it's Disney. So then how much do they actually make within a year? So, of course, I'm going to go Google. It's the teacher in me to want to know. So I Googled, and they make about 94 to 95 billion in 1 year. So I'm like, okay, y'all are apologizing, but at the same time, like, you're still good, right? But then they tend to forget, people tend to forget, or the people at the top make all this money, they forget that we are the one who hold the power when it comes to all of this stuff. And if we wanted to shut America down when it comes to all these corporations, all this money, making all this money, we could.
Disney, forgiveness is what you want because it hurts deep in your pockets. See, when you people come out here and cancel Jimmy Kimmel, those are voices of so many people, right? Yeah. It's just that they're the ones saying it loud. They are voices. And that's a symbol that, free speech is gone. Oh, you want forgiveness because you've lost 300 billion? Is it billion or millions? I'll need to be corrected. Yeah. That's a fuck around and find out. And just like Target, you bitches are gonna bite the dust. Probably change the CEO, get fired, or something. But like something has to give. Okay? America, please do your thing. Do your thing. See, entertainment is not a basic need. It is not on the hierarchy of needs. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. There's no... Actually, entertainment, that is... You've already met your basic needs like food, shelter, clothing. Where like half of the country, or if not almost, 98% of the country are just on the basic needs. They're still down on the hierarchy. So they can do away with entertainment. Okay? It's not a priority, mate. So F off.
This boycott is evident that if people come together, there can be something achieved. And that something is positive results. Had people not cancelled their subscriptions, cancelled their trips, cancelled their boat cruises, cancelled anything to do with Disney and their services, nothing was going to happen. See, they've reinstated the show. It's going to be happening. And also, they're also going to be getting some money. Let's hope it's going to be different this time, but they've showed him what they are capable of. Remember, Jimmy had started his own site, like a website and other platforms, to run his own show. Let's hope he will also keep running that, which will be a positive or a plus to him later if they drop him off. And this is going to be a chance for him to pull out of the case he had opened up against the company. Thank you for watching to this very end. More videos will be coming. I'm waiting for your comments. Let's keep the conversation moving in the comment section. Bye-bye.
So Disney and ABC were forced to put Jimmy Kimmel back on the air after public outcry and public protest. Let's talk about it. A lot of the major news outlets are reporting word for word what Disney and ABC said in a public comment, which is that they believe that Jimmy Kimmel's words about what happened that 1 week very harmful and divisive. Which is a lie, because they never said that. Because Rolling Stone reported last week that the Disney and ABC executives didn't think Jimmy Kimmel said anything wrong. I don't get why they're all acting like we didn't blatantly see what happened, which is that the FCC chair, Brendan Carr, went after ABC because he didn't like the fact that Jimmy Kimmel made fun of the president. Because all the major institutions were trying to pretend that everybody was mourning this man as if we all didn't collectively hate his guts. They're trying to control the public narrative. And what happened is everybody canceled their Disney Plus subscriptions, their Disney vacations, their Hulu subscriptions, and Disney reacted to the money being lost. Which goes to show you that this administration is not this all-powerful absolute being that it keeps trying to pretend it is. And that public outcry, public protest, and pushing back against this fascism works. Which is why ABC jumping the gun so that they can get that merger deal and took Jimmy Kimmel off the air before any ruling went into place by the FCC was so beyond cowardly. And it also shows that everyday people like you and me have the power in our hands, and when we use it correctly and when we use it collectively, we can stop all of this from happening. Nothing is inevitable. None of this has to happen. This administration is vulnerable. They know they don't have the numbers on their side. And I hope everybody took all the lessons that they learned this week and will sit with them and will use them and apply them to other things.
Hey, quick reminder, the reason that ABC is allowing Jimmy Kimmel to go back on the air is because they were losing a shit ton of money. They lost $4 billion in one day. ABC was going to get sued the fuck out of Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel was going to sue the fuck out of them. Y'all think that this is about, like, them, like, anything more than money to them? No. Your boycotts worked, and they need to continue to work. We are not resubscribing to Disney Plus. We are not supporting Disneyland or Disney World. We are not rebooking our vacations. Someone canceled a $150,000 Disney wedding. $150,000 ABC and Disney just lost out on because of their suspension of Jimmy Kimmel. So even though they're allowing him back on the air, you need to keep this energy up, and just don't keep this energy up for ABC. Paramount is still canceling the Colbert Show. Keep it up for Stephen Colbert. Keep it up for all these other companies that are bowing down to a fascist regime. Boycotts work. Give these people the Target treatment. Have a good day.
So it's a week and Kimmel is back already, but people really think that boycotting is ineffective or it doesn't matter what just one person does. Friends, don't go back to Disney Plus. You did it for Jimmy Kimmel. You can do it for the 680,000 people that have been murdered in Palestine by Israel. Let me tell you what Robert Eager, Iger said sometime in October 2023. We condemn these attacks, the hate that motivated them, and all acts of terrorism, and we will continue working to find more ways to provide support in the region and to honor the victims, their families, and all those affected by this war. Walt Disney, through their chief executive officer, Bob Iger, donated $2 million October 2023 to Israel. They have not donated a single penny to Palestine. And obviously, as we know, Disney works with tons of Zionists. So keep boycotting Disney and tell them you're doing so because they support Israel and not Palestine, who are being terrorized by Israel with our tax dollars. Boycott matters. Check out the BDS, Boycott, Divest, Sanction movement, and use your dollars to vote to send a message.